Good afternoon. It's Laura Gathers from Love Harder Marriage Coaching. I wanted to take some time to introduce to you Wisdom for Wives in 5. Yes, that's Wisdom for Wives in 5. I am going to take 5 minutes each week and talk about some of the wives in the Bible, some of their leadership traits, some of their character traits, some of the wisdom that they displayed in times of adversity or in life in general. My hope is that you would take time to go and study out these women and apply what you need to or want to into your own life. The first wife that we are going to discuss is Abigail. Abigail has become one of my new favorite people. She's so smart. And you can find Abigail in 1 Samuel chapter 25, but I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to give you some quick background information and trust that you will go and read it yourself. But when Abigail was first mentioned, it said, and she was a woman of good understanding and beautiful appearance. Abigail was known as a woman with good understanding and beautiful appearance. That means she was smart and beautiful. Go Abigail. Now, Abigail married a man named Nabal, whose name means fool, and that he was a fool. But Abigail knew that she married a fool, and you can tell that she did by her response to a situation that saved his life. Nabal was a very rich man. He had flock, tons of flock, and while they were in the wilderness, David, he wasn't King David at that time, protected his flock. David asked if Nabal would send him some food and wine for him and his men who were in his military branch. And they didn't. He didn't. He denied their request. And so David had made up in his mind that he was going to kill Nabal and all of the males in his family. Well, Abigail wasn't around when the messenger came to ask for the food and drink, but she heard of it and she immediately responded by loading up the donkey. I want to read it. Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves of bread, 2 skins of wine, 5 sheep already dressed, 5 seahs of roasted grain, 100 clusters of raisins, and 200 cakes of figs, and loaded them on the donkeys. And she said to her servants, "Go on before me, I am coming after you." But she did not tell her husband Nabal. Abigail heard what her husband did, and she immediately responded to the situation, not to her husband. And that is the point. That is the one of the points that I wanted to make today because we only have 5 minutes, so we're going to dissect this throughout the month. Abigail heard what her husband did. Abigail did not run to Nabal and say, "You fool, why didn't you give him what he asked for? Now you're going to have us all murdered or killed." No, Abigail heard of the situation and she came up with a solution. And that is my challenge for this week. When your husband presents a situation to you or you hear of a situation that could bring your family harm, don't confront your husband in a way that would bring forth confrontation or arguments or disagreements, but confront him with solutions. And at that point in time, Abigail didn't even address the situation to Nabal. It was in her power to be able to resolve it without him. And that's what she did. So I want to challenge you wives out there that when you hear, I want to challenge all of us, including myself, when you know what to do, don't confront your husband with it. Do it. If it's in your power to do it, do it. Resolve the issue. Be solution driven, not confrontation driven. Don't look for opportunities to tell your spouse, your husband, how he has messed up. Look for opportunities to cover and protect him, just like Abigail did. We are going to continue to dive into the life of Abigail. Like I said, go read 1 Samuel chapter 25. And until we meet next week, choose to be solution driven. Choose to resolve the issues that you can, all the while protecting your husband. God bless you. If you're on Facebook, go and you want to be a part of the Wisdom for Wives group, go and inbox me, Laura Gathers, and I will add you to the group. Thank you. Be blessed.